everybody, what's up? It's Nick here, and in today's video I'm going to give you guys a little tour of the Canon EOS software. So as you guys could probably tell by my last video, I recently got a new camera, which is the Canon EOS Rebel T3i, which is the camera that I'm recording on right now, which explains why you guys are seeing me in all fancy HD and all the colors and blah blah blah. And so Anyway, enough with me blabbering. So what I'm going to show you guys today is I'm going to show you guys the software that comes with the camera. So whenever you buy a Canon EOS camera, you usually get two different CDs that come with it. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and focus on this CD, which holds all of the different softwares and the drivers that you get whenever you have your camera. So what you normally get in the box is you normally get these CDs, but you also get a USB cable, which I do believe I have right down here. Here is the USB cable. And so you get the CD and then you get the USB cable. So all you need to do is you need to install the software that comes on that CD, and then you can go ahead and plug your camera into your computer, and you can use the software to do a whole bunch of different stuff with your computer, whether it's managing your photos and managing your videos, and you can even use the software to go ahead and control your camera. So you can go ahead and record and take pictures with your camera on your computer. And so anyway, in today's video I'm going to show you guys how you can use the Canon EOS software, and I'm just going to give you a basic overlook or a basic overview, and I'm basically just going to show you guys what the software does, what it looks like. I'm not going to give you guys a too in-depth review of it, but anyway, let's go ahead and see how it goes. So we're going to go ahead right now and quit to the desktop. Okay guys, so here we are at the desktop, and so I'm basically going to give you just a basic overlook on some of the different software that comes with your EOS camera. I'm going to be focusing mainly on the EOS utility, which is probably the biggest piece of software that comes with the camera, and it's probably the most important. So anyway, this is just going to be a complete beginner's first look because I've only had this camera for a couple days and I'm not what you might call a pro, but I'm just going to show you guys what I picked up in a couple of days. I'm just going to show you around. So anyway, when you first go ahead and install the software that comes with the camera, it will come up in your start menu like any other program that comes installed. Now bear in mind that on the back of the box that the camera comes in, it'll say that it only requires an Intel processor, but however you can install this on an AMD processor because my machine right now here is running an AMD processor. But let's go ahead to the start menu and show you guys the different programs that come when you go ahead and launch it up. So as you can see here, I have a folder here that says Canon Utilities. So if I go ahead and launch that up, these here are all of the other different utilities that come with it. As you can see here, the EOS utility is the main utility, and we're going to go ahead and launch that up. And this is what it looks like. As you can see here, it'll come up with two different tabs, one for control camera and another one for accessories. So we're not going to focus too much on the accessories tab. What we're going to focus on right now is the control camera tab. So as you can see here, we have a couple different options. Start to download your image, and basically all these other ones. So starts to download images basically takes everything that's on your camera or your memory card, and it automatically starts downloading it to your computer. Lets you select and download images, basically lets you choose which ones you want to download and which ones you want to leave on the camera. And then camera settings / remote shooting will actually bring up a little dialog or a little utility that will allow you to go ahead and control your camera and shoot video and take photos and control your camera directly from your computer. And then register background music, I actually haven't played around with that much, so I don't know what that is. But first of all, I'm going to go ahead and click on this one, which lets you select and download images. And once it loads up, it'll bring up this little window, and it shows everything that I have on my memory card. As you can see here, I have a picture, I have a video, and I have a couple of more pictures. And if I scroll down here, I even have the video bits that I took earlier on in the video. So I'm actually going to go ahead and choose these two, and I can choose to download them if I want to, but right now I want to delete them. So I'm going to click delete, and it will delete them off of my memory card. And so anyway, now that I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and close it out, and I'm going to go ahead and launch up the main EOS utility, as you guys can see right here. So right now, the next thing I'm going to show you guys, and the last thing I'm going to show you guys in this video, is the camera settings / remote settings window. Basically what this is a cool little utility that will allow you to go ahead and control your camera directly from your computer. So if I go ahead and bring our little view window into place, as you can see here at the corner of the screen, it says EOS Rebel T3i, and we have all the different settings. As you can see here, we have our battery life, we have what type of focus it's set to, we even have a shutter button right here. So if I go ahead and go over it, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my camera is making noises. As you can see here, we have a button to adjust it to autofocus or manual focus. As you can tell right now, I am on autofocus. We can even choose where to send files to. And we have all the basic preferences here. We can show the main window, you can show all this stuff. You can even show to start the utility when the camera turns on. We can choose the file name, we can choose to download images, remote shooting, and all of these different features that are over here. But I'm just going to click cancel on there. And here, as you can see here, we have all of the different settings that we have for our camera. So everything that you would control via the dials on the side of the camera, you can go ahead and control from this little window right here. And this only works if you're plugged in via USB. I forgot to mention that. But as you can see here, we have a button for live view shot. And if we go ahead and bring that up, it will bring up this little window right here. And I think maybe I'll try and resize it so it'll fit fully in view. But as you guys can see here, it's a full live view. As you can see here, my little computer in the background is running. As you can see right down here, it has 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second, which is what the camera is recording at. You have a couple different options here, such as rotate. And we even have the grid display. And we can go ahead and pretty much choose any setting that you guys want to at all. So I wonder what this is. Oh, that only opens files. But anyway, as you can see here, this is a live view. We can even go ahead and choose to adjust focus and all of that other kind of stuff. As you can see here, the adjust focus isn't selected because I'm on manual focus and not autofocus. But as you can see here, if I go ahead and move in front of the camera, my hand is right there and it's out of focus because right now we are focused in on the backdrop. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and move in front of the camera. So as you can see here, I'm in front of the camera. And let me just go ahead and try and adjust myself in focus here. As you can see now, I think I'm a little bit in focus. But anyway, as you can see here, I can go ahead and move this little rectangle, which will tell the camera where to focus. So let's say I want to focus on that computer over there. I can go ahead and adjust focus, and it will focus in on the computer. If I want to focus in on my fiche poster, as you can see, it will focus in on there. And I kind of just wanted to focus in on the middle. But as you can see here, we are on manual focus mode. If I go ahead and switch to autofocus mode with the little button right up here. Oh, that's not a button. That just tells us that it's in autofocus mode. So on the camera, I'm going to switch this to autofocus. So autofocus. Hold on just a minute. I have now switched the camera to autofocus, as you guys can see there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click a live view shot again, and it will load up the live view window. And now as you can see here, now that it's in autofocus, we have the focusing mode over here. So I can click on, and the camera is going to try and automatically focus. So as you can see here, it is focused in right over there. If we wanted to focus in on something else, like let's say the computer, I can go ahead and click on, and the camera will focus in all by itself. As you can see, it focused there. And then we can choose on, off, you can choose your white balance, and all of the different kind of settings you can control from your camera right here. You can even click this button right here to record a video. But anyway, right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out of there and set my camera back to manual focus, because I really like manual focus more than autofocus. So now I'm going to bring up the live view shot window again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to take a picture. To take a picture, what I need to do is I need to go back to the little utility here and click on the shutter button. And it took a picture. And so anyway, that is pretty much the utility. I can tell the camera where to focus, I can download images, and I can even go ahead and control the camera directly from this little utility. And this is actually a really great utility for having a camera like this. So pretty much, that is the desktop client, that is the EOS utility. I'm going to go ahead and cut back to the camera right now to end the video. So I will see you guys shortly. Okay guys, so that's it for the video. I know it kind of dragged on a long time, but I really had a bunch of stuff to talk about and a bunch of stuff to show you. And that's pretty much just the raw basics of controlling your camera with your computer, and the raw basics of all of the stuff that comes with your camera when you go ahead and install the software. So anyway, that's it for the video guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more of me, I actually have a couple of more camera tests that I uploaded to my other YouTube channel, NickW324. I will link them somewhere up here or down in the video's description down down below. I hope you guys can check those out. So anyway, that's it for today's video. If you guys have any suggestions for anything you guys want to see in the future, feel free to comment them down below and I'll make sure to answer. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.